the future of Oculus Rift, in my opinion. So firstly, I want to say that this video is strictly based off my own opinion, what I've currently seen so far, because I own both the DK1 and the DK2. So I first want to address, because everyone's going to ask this question, is the DK2 worth upgrading to? Or is it worth buying if you don't already own a Rift? So, is it worth upgrading to? No. If you have a DK1, you should just keep it. There's really 0 point to upgrade to a DK2 right now. Unless you can find one really cheap and it won't break your wallet, then by all means. But otherwise, it's really not that much of an improvement. Like, you have a better screen, you have low persistence, you have a little bit better of the screen door effect, which has been reduced. The cable box is gone, but it's still not good enough. It's not even close to being what the consumer grade needs to be. And I really hope that they manage to get the consumer grade model out, or at least a better prototype soon, because that's the one that I want to play with. So like I was saying, is it worth buying if you don't already own a Rift? Maybe. Depending on how much you could get an Oculus for, because there are Oculus Rift DK1s on sale everywhere, on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, and you can get them really cheap, and you can just mod them and put your own screen in, and then it'll be your own DK2. Done. But that requires some skill and watching YouTube videos, walkthroughs, whatever you want. So most people probably won't go for that option. So the cons of the DK2, that's what I really want to talk about. Because I feel like that's what no one's talking about right now. Everyone's talking about, oh, how great the DK2 is. And it is great. It's a fantastic piece of technology. But it's so flawed on so many levels. So, to give you an example of this, I'm going to bring you through some points that I made. So, they took the cable box away from the original Oculus Rift, which was pretty terrible. It was pretty bricky and heavy. But what they did with it is they put it in the DK2, which is good because it makes all the cables go away. It just makes one nice little strand of cables. But the Rift itself is now heavier. And on your face, it was already uncomfortable enough the first round, and it's even worse this time. So that needs to be addressed now. The foam that goes around your eyes. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels kind of itchy. Like, it's not like good grade foam. And if that's something that's going to be like sweat blocking or something that's just going to be on your face for a long period of time, I think it's a fair thing to ask that it's at least comfortable, like around your head, just everywhere. And another thing, they need to make it so that you can actually wear headphones over top. Because I found that no one really knows how to wear their headphones on top. Some people have the band behind their ears, some people put it over their ears just to make it a little bit less comfortable, but then it slips down your head. So, something needs to be done about that. The USB port, that's something that's a really big improvement. I have seen people attach a Leap to this, which is pretty cool because if anyone's ever used a Leap, they're pretty fantastic. But there's no software. There needs to be some integrated software so that you can just plug and play some of this stuff for people who don't know how to do coding for themselves. If that happened, that would be cool. The camera. The new motion tracking camera is very useful. It is very, very useful for tracking you and making you feel less nauseous when you're actually using the Oculus. That was a big problem with the DK1. Is it fixed, though? No. The camera's extremely buggy, and I've found so many ways to get out of range, just not even moving. You can just glitch out the camera really easily. And that may just be a software glitch, and I really hope it is, because if it is, then it can just be fixed. But if it's not, then that might be a problem down the road. So, now that I have basically just slammed the Oculus, I feel like we should talk about something good about it, because it is a fantastic piece of technology. So, the Oculus Rift DK2 represents what VR should be. It represents what it could be, and how many developers should be developing for it right now because of what it will be down the road. When Oculus Rift becomes the consumer version and actually gets released to the masses, I seriously hope that there's going to be AAA games ready to go at launch. So I want to see those games come out right away because those are going to draw a lot of attention to Oculus, and that's going to be very good for them. Then the people who work at Oculus can just pump out everything that they want to because they will have the money to. And I know they might already have the money to because Facebook now owns them. But I wouldn't go too far in saying that. I think Facebook's just kind of in it for the profits. I don't think Facebook actually wants Oculus or cares about Oculus at all. Which is, I guess, just typical business, but whatever. So, apart from the screen being fixed, I would also really like to see the Oculus become wireless one day. If it could become wireless, I feel like that would make everything a hell of a lot better. And if it was light too, if it was light and wireless, it would be extremely comfortable and portable to wear and you could just throw it on wherever you wanted. If it could even have integrated headphones for that matter, or earbuds or something like that, that's just another thing that would be really nice to have and really cool. Another thing, which isn't really related to the Oculus Rift, but is something that someone needs to develop, because the Oculus alone won't bring VR, it simply can't. It's only partway there. Oculus could make themselves a peripheral division of hands, arms, gloves, whatever you want, something like that. They need body peripherals, and they could be just like networked to the Oculus itself, because it's so disconnecting looking around and seeing your hands not moving even though your hands are moving. It's just a really weird feeling. So something on those lines, that would be pretty cool. And it can't be bulky. It has to be really low profile. Or maybe they could just map the camera to do it like Kinect does. That would be pretty interesting, actually, to see if that went over. So yeah, I love the Oculus. I love the people who are working at Oculus. They are all geniuses, and they should just keep doing what they're doing. And I think they're smart. I think they made the DK2 better than the DK1 purposely, because that's what everyone expects. But they didn't make it perfect for obvious reason, because if it was perfect, why would anyone buy the consumer version? So, that's what I'm thinking here. But still, you gotta give them credits for building the first VR platform that will go mainstream once it launches. And hopefully it launches soon, because people are not the most patient when it comes to cool technology like this. So yeah, this is just me ranting about. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please give me a like. If you want to subscribe and see more videos like this, then please subscribe. If you disliked it, please give me a reason as to why, and I'll be sure to fix it next time. Well, thanks guys for watching, and yeah, peace out.